Hey everybody, Mental Fox here. Welcome to my playthrough of Dishonored 2. You may be wondering, why am I playing a 3-year-old game on my channel? Well, honestly, there's no new game that I'm real excited about right now, and I have quite a backlog of old games, so I put the question to my viewers as to what older game I should play on my channel, and Dishonored 2 won, and I'm pretty excited about that because I really enjoyed Dishonored. Played that game back in 2012 when it originally came out, and honestly, I really don't remember the story of Dishonored. It was such a long time ago that I played it, so I watched a really great recap video that I'm going to link to in the comments below. So if it's been a while since you played Dishonored, or if you haven't played it at all and just want to get a recap of it before watching this playthrough, I suggest that you take a look at that video that I've linked below. It's really well done. So I watched that video and I feel like I am up to speed, and I am really excited to get into Dishonored 2. I played through this little tutorial here, which gave me a little introduction to the controls, so I feel like I am ready to get started. So let's go ahead and click the campaign button and get started with Dishonored 2. We're going to play on hard. I am a veteran of Dishonored. I played through the original game twice, and even though it was a long time ago, I'm hoping that I'll get right back into the swing of things. So we're going to go into hard.
Why do we celebrate the anniversary of an assassination? 15 years ago, in the middle of a plague that nearly destroyed Dunwall, a paid killer assaulted the palace where I was born and stabbed my mother in the heart. In the aftermath, the men who sent the assassin tried to use me as a pawn in a game of power. They would have succeeded, but my father, Corvo, hunted them down and cut their conspiracy to pieces. All these years later, am I the ruler my mother wanted me to be? Now, we face a new crisis. A monster the papers are calling the Crown Killer has been picking off my enemies and dressing it up like my father and I are responsible. I don't know whether to get on a ship and sail to the opposite side of the world, or to have everyone around me executed.
Watch your step, Majesty.
I'm not looking forward to all the ceremony today.
Your signet ring. There. You're ready.
Thank you, Alexei. Open the doors.
All hail Her Imperial Majesty, Emily Kaldwin.
Loyal subjects, we're going through a difficult time, but today we honor my mother, the late Jessamine Kaldwin. May her memory survive through the ages.
Emily.
You look tired, Father.
Every year, I think the anniversary of Jessamine's death will be easier, but it never is.
I wish Mother was still the Empress. I don't think I'm very good at this.
You're still learning. Don't worry about the rabble-rousers, and we'll catch the Crown Killer, eventually.
People are saying it's you, that these assassinations are a misguided effort to protect me.
No, someone's trying to make us look guilty by targeting your enemies.
I wish I could just run away from all this.
Sometimes you do. You think I don't know about your nights out on the rooftops? Courage. The ceremony will be over soon.
Royal Protector and Father. I should have passed a law against that combination of titles years ago.
Your Majesty, before we begin the day's observances, we have an unexpected visitor, the Duke of Serkonos.
Ramsay says the Duke is bringing special gifts.
That's intriguing.
His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Serkonos!
Mechanical soldiers? Amazing.
What is this, Ramsey? I didn't authorize those things.
Your Imperial Majesty and Royal Protector Corvo, a native of our homeland. Serkonos offers condolences on this sorrowful day, and gifts to remind you of our nation, the rising star on the southern horizon.
We thank you, Your Grace.
Save your thanks. For now, I give you the greatest gift of all, family. I present the lost sister of Jessamine Kaldwin, your rightful Empress, Delilah Kaldwin.
Impossible.
My mother had a sister?
My dearest niece, hello.
It's not true.
My father was Emperor Yuhorn Jacob Kaldwin, and Jessamine was my younger sister. At the time of her death, I wasn't ready to make myself known to you, and I was forced to leave Dunwall. But now I'm home.
If you really are my mother's sister, you're welcome to stay as long as you like.
Little sparrow, blackened by bad memories, I'm here to relieve you of your crown. My father's promise, whispered in secret so many years ago, is now fulfilled.
Watch your tongue. Emily Kaldwin is the daughter of Empress Jessamine Kaldwin.
Royal Protector. How naive to think you could get away with these murders. Living in my palace has protected you, but that's over. Hear me, all of you. Your rightful Empress has returned.
All hail the Empress Delilah, first of her name. Arrest Emily Kaldwin and her father for the Crown Killer murder.
What?
Oh, wow.
Sword can't still my heart.
Oh, we play as Emily Kaldwin, ruler of the Empire of the Isles, trained in stealth and combat by her father, Corvo Atano. Okay, let's play as Emily Kaldwin. I don't know how long this thing's going to pause here, but if you played the first game, hopefully you watched the recap video that I posted, because in the first game, Emily Kaldwin can die. It is possible that for you to not save her, and she could die, but in... I guess in canon, they've decided to make it so that she actually survives. And that's who we're playing it as at the starting of this game. And this woman who comes in and claims to be the sister of Jessamine Kaldwin, she's a bad guy. You could tell because of the way she talks. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I guess I'm supposed to press a button or something. And we're going to try to get the heck out of here. A moment ago, we saw... Delilah used some kind of power, and she had Emily's father here trapped in some kind of weird snake-like thing, and it looked like she took something from his hand. I'm not sure what that was. I don't know if he had a ring or something that she took, but it looked like she took something. So keep that in mind. And also it looked like he stabbed her, and she just simply removed the sword from her stomach, and she's totally fine. So she has some kind of powers. Emily, I don't know if she has the same powers that Corvo had or not. But we're going to find out. I'm going to press a button here, and we'll see what happens as we play as Emily Kaldwin. There we go. Oh! Interesting. I find it strange that the game doesn't tell me this. So we could play as Corvo Atano, legendary royal protector to the Empress and figure of infamy from the time of the Rat Plague. So we get to choose who we play as. Okay, well, I'm going to play as Emily. We played as Corvo in the last game. So let's play as Emily and see what happens here. Not really sure. There we go, I pressed enter. So we're going to play as Emily. Interesting.
Cold marble. Sweet girl, over time you'll come to love me. Perhaps someday see me as the mother you lost. But until then, you'll be kept out of trouble.
I'll lock Lady Emily in her chambers, then I'll bring her to Cauldron Prison until her trial.
Well, that wasn't necessary. You didn't have to kick her in the freaking face. Jeez.
My father lost it all when I was a boy, so now I wear this uniform, and I send 20-year-olds out to patrol the rose gardens instead of drinking with the men from the shooting club.
Okay. There's our ring.
Captain Ramsey, I heard shouting. Lady Emily, what happened?
Whoa, no.
I'll be all Captain Mayhew.
No!
Well, that's the Royal Protector's fancy weapon. What kind of sword folds in half?
Well, if Emily does have powers, she's not using them.
There's a legend in the Tower Guard about the Empress's last resort, a safe room inside your chambers holding enough gold to buy a good-sized island. They say that this ring is one of the only 2 keys to exist.
So did he take... Is that the ring from Corvo? Or is that her ring that he just took? I don't have to think that that was the ring from Corvo, but you'd think that he would have noticed the ring on Emily's finger.
Alexei. The throne room. Father. Nothing I can do alone. I need to get out of here.
Okay, we need to escape this place. So if you've never watched one of my gameplay videos or series before...
Dial. Ramsey knows what he's doing. The man's moving up in the world. He's old blood. One of the good families. And now that he's helped the rightful Empress take the throne, the Ramseys are going to be back in fashion in Dunwall. You'd be smart to remember that.
I don't know who he's talking to. I was going to say that I like to explore. I like to look around. What the hell's that? I like to explore. I like to look at
Should I just
things.
spin it and pick a place to hide for a while?
Yeah, because sometimes
time to think.
you hear, extra audio like that. If there's anything to read, I'm going to stop and read it. Let's just extinguish that. Oh, here we go. Speaking of things to read, letter from the Tivian Trade Commission. This looks important. Our most esteemed Empress, as you know, freight from the Serkonos bound for Tivia is now routinely set upon by pirates or spoiled with blood flies. In addition to the loss of Tivian lives, be they crew, dock workers, or shopkeepers, there is the material cost of the cargo itself, which can barely be calculated. If things continue unchecked, we will be forced to cease trading with Serkonos, and perhaps to even embargo ships from the southernmost isle altogether. But this need not come to pass. The Trade Commission is a reasonable body, and has already considered remedies to ameliorate the situation. So Serkonos is where Delilah has come from, right? The Southern Isle? We seek the following. 1. Independent, qualified inspectors at all ports. 2. Patrols to defend against pirates and smugglers. 3. Compensation for the previous and future losses. It is this list of remedies that I wish to discuss with you in person at the earliest possible opportunity. So far, your staff have resisted our efforts to establish a definitive time for negotiation. Prompt them to action, Majesty, for we are eager to travel to Dunwall. Until we can sit down and discuss this in a civilized fashion, I send you our best. Demian Shurigan, Principal, Tivian Trade Commission. Okay, freight from Serkonos bound for Tivia. Routinely set upon by pirates. They're probably from Serkonos themselves. Or itself. Okay. So a new document was added here. Now, it's important that Emily get out of here, but, why rush? Food, or fresh food replenishes your health, while rotten food will not. That's pretty cool. I'm going to guess in the upper left-hand corner that that's our health. It seems weird to me that our health would be red, because that seems like blood. And, it just makes me think of damage instead of health. Grandfather clock. Set alarm. We could set the alarm on the grandfather clock if we wanted to. Another globe to spin. I can't sit in the chair. Let's take a look at her desk. It looks like there's a bunch of things to read. Like I said, I like to read everything, so if that's not something that you enjoy watching, then you're probably not going to like my playthrough. We could use the typewriter if we wanted to. So, things to read. Looks like we've got a letter from Advisor Helmswater here. Empress, we face yet another murder, and I cannot remain silent on this matter. Strange, is it not, that all the victims have openly opposed you? If not strange, then oh so very convenient. Is there anything you wish to tell me, Majesty? How can I be an advisor if you don't include me in these most sensitive of endeavors? I feel I must be the only person in Dunwall who doesn't know the truth about the Crown Killer. Oh, boo-hoo. Don't leave me out in the cold. I remain your trusted servant and advisor, Leonora Helmswater. I don't know if we've met her yet, or if we ever will. Here is the ship launch protocol. This is important stuff. We need to read this. Empress, after the Royal Protector's shakedown cruise, we'll launch the ISS Jessamine Kaldwin just before the anniversary of your mother's passing. Pending your approval, of course. I wonder if this ship is going to be important. Maybe we'll get on that ship and sail somewhere. I don't know. On the platform, we'll have a bottle of King Street brandy tied to a long tether that you will release to swing out against the hull. What you say during the ceremony is, of course, up to you, but here are some ideas intended to serve as food for thought. So maybe this is what we were supposed to have done in this ceremony that we were just in. May a brisk wind hurry you to shores near, far, and fair. May you shelter your crew from the perils of the terrible ocean. May you always sail for Gristol, true of heart, and homeward bound. I don't know what Gristol is. Yours faithfully, Advisor Wainwright. Thank you so much, Advisor Wainwright. Really appreciate that. Looks like we've got a map of Dunwall here. And a couple of the things that we can't seem to interact with, which is a shame. Because I like to interact with things. There's a typewriter here that we could use. Which is kind of cute. Doesn't do anything, but it's neat that we can interact with it. Grandfather clock, set alarm. I think I mentioned that I took the tutorial before I started recording this to kind of get a hang of the controls. And it was mentioned that I could set alarms to distract people. It's kind of a stealthy thing.
Used to hide frogs in this old grandfather clock to drive the housekeepers mad. I thought life was complicated back then.
Used to hide frogs. Okay. Whoa. Oh, interesting. So the alarm's going off. And the music's playing a little bit. Set alarm. Look at that. So I could set this alarm for... Well, I'm not sure how much time is passing, but it's not very much time. But I think the point is you set the alarm and then like you go over here and hide or something. And then maybe somebody will come in to investigate. And then you could go over and sneak up behind them and take them out. It's kind of the same as like throwing a bottle or something to get somebody's attention. So we got these poor little things here. Their heads on the wall. It's sad. They're beautiful, though. Painting. Let's inspect this painting.
The Hound Pits pub.
Yeah.
I can't believe it, but I actually miss those times.
So if you played the first game, you're very familiar with the Hound Pits pub. Even I remember the Hound Pits pub. I mean, come on. How can you forget? What else can we interact with here? I don't like to miss things. It bothers me when I miss things. And I do miss things. I try to be thorough. But here's an exercise for you. Record yourself playing a game, right? Do this. Do a let's play. And you'll find that you miss a lot of things. You'll find that you miss a lot of things. Let's peek through this keyhole. See what's going on out here.
These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos.
These bastards are working with Ramsay and the Duke of Serkonos. So is that her people that are working? And I guess Ramsay was the name of the guy who originally spoke before Delilah spoke, I guess. So, can we unlock the door? So we need the royal quarters key to get out of there, so we can't get out of there. It says it's a breakable door, but I don't think we're going to break the door. It's not going to do us any good anyway. There's guards out there, and even if we break the door, obviously it'll make a lot of noise, and they will be alerted, and therefore, they're just going to capture us and throw us right back in here, or worse. So we've got some windows here. The game is not going to allow me to open this window. Oh, is this one already? Oh, this one's already open.
How many times have I looked at that skyline? It feels like everything just changed.
So there's a perfectly good open window right here. But I'm not really sure where we could go from here. That's not a ledge, I believe, that we could walk on. I don't think we could jump far enough to jump into the water. So this is not the window we want to go out, I'm going to guess. You saw earlier that this is a window that we could open, as well as this one. Okay, so now we're on this ledge. This one offers us this opportunity to get into this room, which is a different room. There's a bunch of dead people in here, so this is looking like this might be our means of escape. Just gonna enjoy the view here a little bit. Pretty neat. One thing I remember from my playthrough of Dishonored is that I really liked the game engine. It's a great looking game. It's just feels very fluid when you play it. Things move the way I feel like they should, and I don't know. I just think it's a really nice engine they have here. The Royal Quarters. We made it into the Royal Quarters.
Some sort of witch. How is this possible?
Okay, we're supposed to check on Mayhew here. I'm gonna stay crouched here because I don't know who's in here. I don't know if this door's open. People could hear me, so I'm gonna stay crouched just to be on the safe side. But even though I'm crouched, I'm gonna look around still. So this is the body of somebody, and we could carry it if we wanted to, but I really don't.
Lady Emily, you're all right.
Oh, hey.
I was worried.
Hi, how you doing? Yeah, I'm all right.
Where's the Royal Protector?
There's a coup underway. My father he's imprisoned, for lack of a better word.
You've got to get out of the tower. Through your safe room. There was a captain earlier today down at the docks, looking for the Royal Protector. Find her. Get out of Dunwall.
And then she dies.
I'm sorry. Goodbye.
I can't believe they still do that in video games and movies. Check. Okay, so we checked on her. Now we're supposed to open the safe room. Ooh, new mission clue. I'm going to read the journal. So let's just take a moment to read our journal here. You know, this woman just died here in front of us. Here is an audience request. Let's look at our journal first, though. So here's our journal. It has our objectives in it, and I really like games that have objectives because I lose track of things. Our main objective here is to escape Dunwall Tower. Delilah and Duke Abel have taken control. You must escape Dunwall Tower, and our first task here is to open the safe room. You'll need to access the safe room, which provides access to the street. Eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. Mortimer Ramsey, the night watch captain who betrayed you. Oh, okay. So Ramsey was our guy, not the Serkonis guy. Mortimer Ramsey, the night watch captain who betrayed you, has your signet ring. Okay, so he did take our ring. He's that guy that was talking to us right there before he left our chambers. Get it back and deal with him. Find Mortimer Ramsey. Check the throne room for Mortimer Ramsey. Okay, cool. I guess this is the chapter we're in. A long day in Dunwall. Delilah and Duke Luca Abel, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, have taken the tower. Dunwall is no longer a safe place for you. Escape the city by meeting with a boat captain down at the docks. We've got mission clues here. A new captain who goes by the name of Megan Foster arrived in Dunwall. She is looking for Corvo Atano. Maybe she could help you. Here's a little hint over here. Find clues by reading books or notes, or listening to audiographs and conversations revealing alternative ways to finish your missions. Listening to audiographs, just for whatever reason, made me think of Prey, another game that was made by Arcane Studios. Arcane Studios made this game. I don't include it in my playthroughs, but when you load up a game, you know, there's like the Bethesda logo, and then after that is the Arcane logo, and it makes me think of Prey, because every time I played that game, every time I loaded it up, I saw the Arcane Studios logo. And, man, I loved Prey. It has such a great game. If you haven't played Prey, play it. It is so good. If you don't want to play it and you just want to watch somebody play it, yeah, you can watch me play it. The playthrough is on my channel. Fantastic game. Anyway, my point is that when I see and hear that Arcane Studios logo, I get pretty excited because they make some great stuff. Mission items. We have no mission items. We got bone charms, which we have none to equip, and looks like we could craft some too. We'll learn more about that later, I'm sure. Lore and maps. This is the findings that we picked up. We've already read these. We picked these up in her room, and we can read them again if we wish, which is pretty cool. I like that. Audiographs, we haven't come across any of those yet. Lore, we have no documents. And maps, we have no maps, but we do have a travel log. A long day in Dunwall, new year. We're starting a new year. Maybe 1852 will be less boring than 1851. Well, it already is, isn't it? I can't wait for Wyman to get back to Dunwall. We'll go to the abandoned mansion I discovered the other night at the edge of Rudshore. Maybe I'll have time to turn it into a scary haunted house beforehand, using sheets and hiding an old audiograph upstairs. Wyman would love that. I don't know who Wyman is. We'll get spooked and hold hands, screaming and laughing. Oh, is this somebody that she fancies? Come on, Emily. You promised to be more serious and to listen at court, and you're already planning your next escape. Let's start this diary again. Proposals for a new decree on whale ore rationing and distribution. ... She didn't come up with any proposals. The anniversary, it's that time of year again. The anniversary of my mother's death. There's no real time for reflection, though. It's all security protocols, menus, guest lists, and it's impossible to slip out at night. I feel like a caged bird. They've already got me memorizing this year's speech. It's endless. Would it be so terrible if I just said what I remember about her? That wink she gave me, even as she was scolding me after I was caught climbing the statue of my grandfather. The sound of her footsteps as she paced at night. The time we shared a cabin on a boat trip to Driscoll, or the time she agreed to let Corvo teach me to fish, but then had to pull a hook from my arm. Now that would be a speech, and that would be a speech. That would be a great speech. I don't know how much time has passed since the first game. I think that recap video that I linked to might have mentioned that, but I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't mentioned here in this game itself. Okay, so we looked at our journal, and here is an audience request. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is an audiograph. Let's pick it up. Nope, it's just like maybe a little scroll here that we've picked up. Captain Mayhew, that's this dead woman here. You don't know me, but you've got to tell the Royal Protector that I have urgent need of his time. I'm carrying a message that has to be delivered face to face. Tell him I'm working with Anton Sokolov, an old friend. Now, Anton Sokolov is somebody from the first game. I think, was Sokolov the guy who made, like, Corvo's mask and all the gadgets? I don't know if I'm right or not. I hope I am. Not 100% sure. All the boats are being sent away from the docks, but I'll delay as long as I can. Tell Lord Corvo to find me there. Ooh, my ship is called the Dreadful Whale. Not the fish. The other thing. Whatever that is. Megan Foster. So we could set an alarm on this table clock here, which makes me think that, yep, sure enough, that door is... It's not... Well, there might be people out there. I don't know. So let's look around in here. Here's a cupboard. We could close it if we wanted to. Here's another cupboard that's open. This place is really kind of a mess. Here's a light pouch. Let's pick it up. I got some coins. Well, we may need those. May need some coins, right? Money is power. And we're going to need power. We're going to need every little bit we can get. Here's another light pouch with 10 more coins. I don't know whose room this is or was. Was this our room? It could be. It could be that this was our room. Here's the safe room. We could get in there that way. But before we go in there, let's look around here a little bit more. There's a fire. We can't go up the chimney. We're not Santa Claus. Here is a harp. I'm not going to play the harp. That may attract attention. But that may be a good thing too. I don't know. Go back to my journal. Eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. So I could turn these... No, I can't. I thought that maybe... Oh, okay. Hide marker. So I could turn these things off if I wanted to. So that the game only shows me this particular...
Sure, he knows how to talk with the boss. What a lickspittle.
What a lickspittle. So I could turn missions on and off, which is kind of cool. I like that. Sometimes things get a little crazy. So it's nice to be able to turn things on and off, but right now things aren't too crazy. So, we're good. So we want to get to the throne room to take care of this Ramsey guy. And I think we want to do that before I escape to the safe room, I think. Because I'm not sure I'm going to be able to come back here. Lean. Lean around corners to peek at enemies and assess the situation. So there's a dude right there.
Air feels heavy. Hard to get a good lungful.
Huh. Well, the lean seems to be... Okay, well... How do I stop leaning? Okay, so... I've got lean right. And then to get out of lean right, I have to press lean left to get back to center. And then I press lean left. Interesting. I could peek over things. Okay. Interesting. That is, you can see that I remap my controls. I'm not going to go into why I do that. Some people think it's weird. But I prefer E to move forward, D to move backwards, S to strafe left, and F to strafe right. And it's just what I'm comfortable with. So if you see controls show up on the screen that look weird to you, that's why, because I remap them. So he's facing that way. I thought there was another dude out there. If there's not, he's going to be pretty easy to take out, right? I would imagine if just one guy out there. But I thought there was another guy. Here's a door. We can peek through the keyhole and see what's going on in here. It looks like this is our walk-in closet, maybe. We can open this door. Go inside. Maybe there's some goodies in here for us. So here's some bathing salts. I don't know what these are, but you know, sometimes smelling fresh is this is important. Okay, it's coins. I guess they just get converted to coins when you pick things up, I guess. I want to shut this door. And let's see if there's anything else in here for us. It doesn't look like there's anything else in here that I'm going to want to pick up. Boy, I tell you what, this place sure is noisy. There's a lot of noises going on in here. I don't know who's making that gibberish noise. Here is our bathroom. I find it interesting that here's the bathroom. They show the bathroom. Here's the bathtub. But where's our toilet? I just want to know where the toilet is. That's all. I mean, even if it's like just a little door, you know, that we can't get in, that you could be like, okay, the toilet's behind that door, but it's not here. So I don't know where the toilet is. I wish I could pick up this stuff to save for later, but you can't, and it probably would spoil anyway. But it's nice to know there's some food there in case things go wrong, and I need to eat something. Here's some more bathing salts, which gives me more coins. Got some clothes down here. Mirror's fogged up. Can't look in the mirror. We could turn on the tap.
No time for that now.
No time for that now. Guess we can't get out this window. That's okay. Here's an audiograph. Well, let's play this audiograph, see what's up.
Emily, I know times are hard. You're the ruler of 4 nations, and I won't pretend to understand the pressure you're under. Only you and your mother before you could know what that's like. Whoever's killing off your enemies is doing so for calculated effect. Undermining us.
Yep.
I do know what it's like to be blamed for murders you didn't commit. But trust me, we'll find this crown killer, And they'll pay. Tomorrow is the anniversary of her death. A sad day for sure. But I want you to remember all that's happened over the last 15 years. You've held on to the throne, and you've done what you thought was right for the people of the Empire. You drained the flooded district, kept the gangs in check, and yesterday we launched a magnificent ship bearing Jessamine's name. You're becoming the sovereign your mother wanted you to be, and I'm proud of you.
Thanks, Dad. So that is the first audiograph that we picked up. We go in here to our lore, and we'll see the little exclamation mark next to audiographs. The game saying, hey man, you picked up a new audiograph. And there it is right there. That was a pretty long audiograph. And it also amuses me that it sounded like it was really loud. It sounded like it was even echoing off of these walls in here. But dude out there didn't seem to hear it or care about it. Which is fortunate for us. Nothing in the bathtub for us. And it doesn't look like... Oh, I take that back. There are more things for us to open up. Here's some coins. Hell yeah, we're going to pick those up. Don't know what we're going to use them for yet in the game. But the fact that they're here makes me think that they're important. And so we're going to pick them up and take them with us. Nothing for us in there. Well, it looks like it may be time to do some dirty work, huh? We need to get out here. We need to do something. My. Magnificent. We need to get out here and do something with this guy. I don't like this lean. I would rather it be a toggle.
Damn it, I need to pee.
He needs to pee. So he's facing that direction. Oh, it's interesting. Our little teeny tiny dot in the center of the screen turns red when it's on a bad guy.
Oh, I hate this wall. It's just like mad.
He's just sitting there facing that direction. So when we get over there, we're going to have the option, I would imagine, to either kill him or just incapacitate him. And what am I going to do? Well, I'm gonna just incapacitate him. Why am I going to do that? I mean, he did betray us, so I feel like we're totally justified in killing him. But my justification in my own head is that I don't know. Maybe he will be of use to us later in the game. I don't know. But that's my own personal justification for just knocking him out instead of killing him.
That kiss.
What, that kiss? Tutorial: assassinations and takedowns. Assassinate or perform non-lethal takedowns to eliminate enemies. So I could press the left mouse button while close to an unaware enemy to assassinate them. I can press and hold A. That's what I've decided for this button. For a non-lethal takedown. And that is what we are going to try. Doesn't look like there's anybody else around, so I think we're safe to sneak up on this guy who's just very stupidly facing in that direction. I just hit F5 to save, and boy, it is nice to play a game with F5 again. I say that because I'm playing... I've been playing Sekiro, which there's no F5 in Sekiro. And I'm playing Fallout 76, which is an online multiplayer game, so there's no F5 in that either, so by golly, I missed F5. Welcome back, F5. I could pickpocket him, but I'm just going to knock him out and take the thing off of him anyway. So we have an unconscious guard here. Hide dead or unconscious enemies so they are not found. Let's, what's my loot button?
It's kind of dry.
Huh. Okay, there we go. I looted him.
For a whiskey or something.
I'm gonna pick this guy up and put him someplace else, so that he's not discovered. We'll just throw him in here with these other bodies. Maybe over here, kind of out of the way. It's funny I say out of the way, but he'll be right in the way of the safe room, but, that's pretty good. Look how he did that. He's unconscious. I don't know how long he stays unconscious. Hell, we may come back here and he may have woken up. And actually, this is not Ramsey. I was thinking this was Ramsey. No, this is just a Dunwall guard. All the more reason not to kill him. I don't know. So he's with the wrong people. But just heard somebody yell. So, I don't know. I feel like I'd be justified in killing him, but, I don't know. Maybe I'm going to try not to kill people. I'm going to do that. There's been enough death. We don't need to kill more people. Here is the Royal Protector. Well, you know, let's just sit here and read this book. This sounds like a great idea. Historical Record of Government Positions and Ranks Addendum. Corvo Attano, accused of assassinating the Empress he was sworn to protect. How unlikely he would not only overcome this shame, but then redeem himself so fully as to be named Royal Protector to yet another Empress. Those of us at the College of Histories were too fast to use pen against him. Yet let us not blame historians, for the evidence against Attano was nearly overwhelming. First, he is the only Royal Protector ever to have been born of an isle other than Gristle. Okay, I guess Gristle is the name of the isle that we're on. His foreignness is not itself a crime, but added to the suspicions, the most forgiving of which was that he lacked the capacity to fully understand his duties. Whatever that means. Second, he was caught quite red-handed, with bloodied weapon, kneeling over the body of Empress Jessamine. Of course, it turns out that even this damning evidence was part of a clever plot to destroy the Empress and remove Attano from interfering with the ongoing plans of the Lord Regent's conspirators. All of this happened in the first game. And while I admit to publishing what are now clearly incorrect conclusions regarding Corvo Attano, I will not, as some of my colleagues have done, resign my position at our veritable organization, but instead, I reassert myself in the endeavor of weeding out fact from fiction to produce the most salient histories possible. Ah, yes, you do that. You do exactly that. So this is the door to the room that we were just in.
What am I? Like a stocking with that leg, that's what.
So there's a dude walking around down there. I don't know if that's the dude we're looking for or not. But hopefully we're going to be able to sneak up behind him and take him out as well. Now he looks like he paces back and forth, so he may be a little tricky. Maybe a little tricky. Gosh, he just stands there over those bodies. So this guy, again, I feel like I would probably be justified in killing him as well. But no, I'm not going to. Let's see if there's any goodies for us in here. Some stairs that go down right there. That's going to be useful. Here's some coins. Pick those coins up. There's a clock. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of clocks in this game that we could set the alarms on. Why is... Sheesh, I guess they're in the middle of killing people? I keep hearing screaming. Are they torturing people? What's going on? And what was up with those mechanical robot guards that the dude had? It's pretty scary stuff. Actually, it doesn't look like there's any stairs that go down over here. So we can't even go down this way. I'm going to kind of creep over here and see if there's any more books to read. Anyway, so he kind of paces around down there. We're going to have to be careful. Got a bit of a cough. He sounds like me over the past 2 weeks. I was in Toronto 2 weeks ago and I caught something when I was up there, man. And I have had a cough ever since.
If I have two, would I give him?
A hookah. Let's inspect the hookah.
This reminds me of good times with friends, with Wyman. All gone now.
All gone now. Wyman. Wyman, I guess, is somebody she fancies. Well, let's start creeping our way down these stairs and start taking care of business here. Do they have to kill everybody, man? I don't know, I'm getting more and more tempted to just kill everybody myself, but let's not answer death with death. Let's show that we are above that. Let's show that we are better than them. Alright, there may be some things over there for me to look at, but we'll have to come back to that because this guy walks around.
It's gonna be out soon.
And I'm a little worried that he's going to see me. Interesting painting there. Okay, so he's walking around. I'd like for him to, like, face that wall. Whoops, what's going on here? Oh, okay, this might work. Oh, shnikes! Oh, he saw me! Oh, no, he saw me! Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh, man. I wonder if we could... Let's see if he could forget us. Let's see. Let's see if I could basically do a reset. Let's see. I'm going to guess that that's probably going to happen in this game. Man, look at my health. He hit me. He's going to be like... it was nothing. And he's going to forget about it. Which is, in a way, disappointing. Because you would hope that, you know, the AI would be smarter than that in games. You know, if the AI was perfect, what would happen was, well, he would come out here on this balcony and he would chase us, right? And he wouldn't quit chasing us because why would he stop chasing us? It doesn't make any sense. He would chase us out on this ledge and we would go in that room and then we'd be trapped. There'd be nothing for us to do because that door's locked, so we would be screwed. So if the AI was smarter, that's what would happen. But the AI isn't generally all that bright in these games. So what's more likely to happen is that he's just going to go right back to where he was and he's going to forget about us and we're going to get another chance to sneak up behind him and take him out. Which is great for us. It's great for, you know, us game-wise. But let's face it, it's just not realistic. Did he go right downstairs or is he hanging around up here? I don't know. He probably went right back to his spot. Let's face it, that's probably what he did. Boy, he sure did see us quick though, didn't he? Woo! He saw us quick. Whiskey tumbler carry. These are things that we could throw to get the attention of someone, to distract someone. All these things here. I think I saw more fruit someplace else. I mean, we're going to need to eat more fruit to get our health back up. Because, man, he took a bite out of us, man. So I'm glad that this fruit's here. Very glad. Very disappointed that he saw us that quick, though. Hopefully that won't happen again, because if it does, well, I don't know if there's enough fruit left around here. Okay, so he's still walking around down there. We're going to go try this again. That's pretty terrible, really, what I did. My first attempt here was not great, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and sneak back down here again. And I feel like there's a little bit of luck involved here. Luck being, you know, which way is he facing? When I decide to peek my head around there, I think... Actually, we're going to go back up here. And we're gonna take a look at him from up here and see which way he's facing before I go down. Where he is in the room. Okay, so he's right here now. Okay, he's gonna walk. He looks in the... Okay, so he's going over there now. I don't know how long he's gonna face that way, though, you know? By the time I get over here, creep all the way down these stairs, he could move.
Alert. Always. They don't gotta say it twice.
Crap, he's facing this way now.
It's gonna be out soon.
Here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're taking this guy out, man. Okay, he's unconscious.
Traitors.
Yeah, traitors. Do I leave him lying here? Let's just leave him here. There's already a body in here, whatever. We can inspect this hooker. But she has nothing to say about that. Let's open these cabinets, see if there's any goodies for us inside of here. Check this stuff out. Nothing in here. Really cool looking map up here. There's Serkonos to the south. There's Dunwall where we are. And then there's a lot of places up north too. There's Tivia up there. Alright, let's now that we've taken this guy out, we can safely walk around. We could pick up coins. Another dead body here. Oh, she was such a good maid. Spin the globe. We go back in here and look in these cabinets, just see if there's any goodies in here for us. Another light pouch with 10 more coins in it. Over here, Crown Killer strikes again, extra, extra. Dunwall citizens express shock and fear as yet another outspoken critic of Empress Emily Kaldwin has met with a violent demise. The latest victim is none other than Ichabod Boyle, notable entrepreneur and supporter of the arts. Boyle recently wrote an opinion piece harshly criticizing the Empress for what he called her slipshod style of governance and her willful neglect of duties. Authorities are convinced the Crown Killer is the culprit given the gruesome details left at the crime scene. As Her Majesty's most outspoken adversaries fall one by one to this notorious assassin, we boldly ask, is it now the duty of the Royal Protector to murder all who dare to criticize the throne? I mean, it's pretty crappy. I mean, if that guy, all he did was say this, and he gets killed for it, man, that's pretty crappy, man. So you have to think that Delilah was behind this, right? She was behind killing all these people to make it easier for her to kind of like come in here and take over. It's got to be Delilah. She's behind it. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty obvious. Don't think it's like a big secret or anything. Okay, well, let's continue to look around here. I just walk around here like there's nothing to be afraid of at all. Like there's not going to be anybody walking around in here. This is a pretty neat place here. And doesn't look like there's anything else for me to... There's a clock I could set if I so wanted to. And here is the throne room. This is where we're supposed to go. There's a bunch of people in there. We're supposed to eliminate Mortimer Ramsey. We've located him. We could kill him or knock him out. And he is not alone, so this may be a little tricky. But we are going to attempt that in the next episode, as it is time for me to end this first episode of my playthrough of Dishonored 2. Well, I'm already liking it. I find the stealth stuff very satisfying. I like sneaking up behind people. I'm disappointed that this guy saw me already, so I've already failed in trying to be a ghost. He saw me, and he's unconscious, so, you know, if somebody ever wakes him up, I have no idea how long these guys stay unconscious. I think in this game they stay unconscious forever, really. But if anybody were to wake him up, he'd be like, she's escaped, you know, and then the word would be out. So much for being a ghost, but that's okay. I'm just playing the game. Well, I sure hope that you guys have enjoyed this first hour or so of Dishonored 2. If you did enjoy it, why don't you let me know? Maybe leave me a like or a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I sure hope you join me again in the next episode.